Yes, guys, massive shout out to our huge sponsor today, Millie. Don't forget, tomorrow, 2 o'clock, myself and Cecil, who you're going to see in this match preview, are going head to head on Millie to discuss this question. If Arsenal lose, are they out of the title race? That's what we're going to be talking about on O'Milly. Download the app now. You can create your own avatar. Mine is up there. Get yours up there too. And you can join in us debating and vote live to see who wins the debate. And you can join in, create some havoc, if you will, on the app with me and Cecil tomorrow. So download it now. Link in the description. Get involved. And we'll see you there at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Yes, people, welcome back to the Kop TV for the big one you've all been waiting for this week. The match preview. Arsenal Football Club, the Arsenal, as they like to call themselves, versus Liverpool. And of course, I'm here with the Don. How are we, fella?
Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to the game. Big game.
Well, listen, maybe bigger for you than us at this stage.
Well, you're backing out already?
No, definitely not. Right.
Why is it bigger than us? Why is it bigger for us?
Well, obviously you need the win. We need the win, of course, to extend the lead. But at the same time, you lost your last game. Anyway, don't...
No, but if you lose a game, you'd have lost 2 games. Yeah. We've lost 1 game. You've lost 1 game. If you lose the game, you'd have lost 2. We'd have lost 1. We'd only be a point behind you. So big for both teams.
It's massive for both teams, as it always is. I've always said that the Emirates is top 2 hardest places to go to in the Premier League if you're looking at away teams you're playing against. But... smash that like button. Let's build this one up. It's going to be a good video. I've got Robbie for about 15-20 minutes, and then he's being substituted off by Cecil. Rate that in the player ratings, if you will. Get your comments in. Get your lineup predictions, your score predictions in. Get your subscriptions in as we edge closer to 50k. Tell them to subscribe, Rob.
Subscribe,
to get us to 50.
Get into 50k.
Let's do that ASAP. And first of all, I wanted to start off by saying big up to you for jumping on the Red Men stream yesterday for Zoe's place. It was a really special 12-hour stream. We're actually going to put the link in the description here to continue to donate. But yeah, I mean, they had Stevie G on there. They had King Kenny, Carragher turned up, Robbie.
Yeah, they pulled it off, man. No, go. They done really well, and that's a great cause. So well done to them.
No, listen, there are top guys there at the team, and that's a great cause. So if you can still donate, make sure you do that.
That's Stevie G on.
Stevie G came on.
They ain't messing around.
Stevie G came on, man. Yeah, Henderson. Yeah, they rolled out the red carpet. Quite literally.
Brilliant.
Right, that's the positive stuff out of the way. The negative stuff, I've got to pull you up on a couple of things, mate, right? Because I'm not going to lie to you. Last couple of weeks, you've been doing my nutting. You've been delusional, right, to say the very least. And there's 2 people's names that you can't seem to keep out of your mouth at the minute. Pause. Trent and Virgil. You speak about them every week.
I don't speak about them every week. You asked me about them. You asked me about them because we're debating the game. And I'll give you my opinions on them.
We're doing another Emily debate at 2 with Cecil tomorrow, right? Yeah. So make sure you watch that. But we've just done one, and you were saying that Van Dijk, he's not even the best defender in the world. You were putting players like Marquinhos in the conversation. You've been talking about Trent not being able to defend for the last 2 weeks. When's it going to end, Robert?
Listen, this is what
it might end on Sunday. You might just be...
You said...
Shut up.
You said you're giving your opinion, and I'm giving my opinion, right? You said Virgil van Dijk is the best centre-back in the world.
Correct.
I said, no, he's the best centre-back in the Premier League.
Right.
Which, by the way, that's very high praise. I think he's the best centre-back in the Premier League. He's done it over many years. He's a brilliant, brilliant player. I remember him from even when he was at Celtic and Southampton. I remember when he was playing for Southampton, playing against us. I'm thinking, why haven't we signed this guy? He's good, right? So I put full respect on his name, but he's not the best centre-back in the world. And the reason why I was qualifying that is because when he plays at international level, he doesn't quite reach the heights that he does when he's playing for Liverpool. And I said to you that I remember when me and you went to Amsterdam.
They've never won the Euros.
Hold on. When me and you went over to Amsterdam, right? I told you, there's a few fans that I was speaking to over there that they were quite dismissive of Van Dijk because almost like they're upset with him because they're saying he don't replicate what he does for Liverpool for his country. That's what they were moaning about. So that's why I said, I don't think he's the best in the world, but he's the best in the Premier League. As the Premier League defenders, centre-back, he's the best.
Well, do you know
it's not the world.
The
Premier League's not the world, right? This is what we do this all the time. We think whoever's the best in the Premier League is the best in the world. Sometimes, but not all the time.
All right. Well, listen.
There's
Robbie's
good defenders out there as well.
About Trent, especially talking about
Trent. You keep.
We were on
bringing
the
it up.
chicken shop the other day, right? And I was drinking a milkshake, and you went, "Oh, look, vanilla milkshake, the same colour as Real Madrid's home kit." That is a reach, Robbie.
Listen,
That's a reach, man.
I'm only doing that to wind you up, right? Because I know you guys love Trent, right?
Yeah.
And there is a possibility he could leave.
Yeah,
There is
a possibility.
It's
Yes.
50-50 at the moment, isn't it?
You reckon, yeah?
What do you reckon?
I'd say 60-40 to Liverpool.
Why do you give him the 60 to Liverpool?
Because
he hasn't signed a new deal yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. But
And he's not
at
really.
the same time,
he's not really in any talks or anything like that.
of
You'd
course
have
he's in
thought.
talks. Of course, there's talks.
Well, there's no progress on those talks.
Well,
You'd have thought
from
like
what-
a main
what-
guy
how
like
do you
that.
know?
You know what I mean?
Do you know? Do you know the backstage gossip?
Well,
in
we
between the lines?
we were over in you
Nah,
know.
don't try this line again. It wasn't we were in.
we were.
Cecil begged friend, tried to get in the club.
Cecil was in a club in Los Angeles, right? And
Yeah.
he saw him with all the Real Madrid
Yeah,
players. You know what I
man,
mean? He
but
saw him with
listen.
Bellingham, Jude Bellingham. He's there with. He was hanging out with Mbappe and that. You know what I mean?
Hanging
Now,
out with Mbappe.
Listen.
That's not what I heard.
I'm only winding you
Can I
up,
be your
right?
friend?
I'm only winding you up. But there must be a risk.
No, there is.
He's a top player. And he's the sort of player that would suit Real Madrid down to the ground, suit that league down to the ground
for
as
sure.
well, right? And, you know, he's good friends with Bellingham. He's good friends with Mbappe. And it's a Real
there's a
Madrid as well.
possibility.
You know what I mean? Just
Of course
like,
there's a
you know, just like
possibility,
Saliba's getting linked with Real
Of course
Madrid.
there's a possibility.
Difference is, we got Saliba's, he's got years left on his contract. With Trent, he's not signed a new deal yet, and his deal's up in the summer.
If
It's
he
a
does
risk.
go, then he's got a nice little inside partner in Saliba in a couple of years. So
Well, no,
he's
he's under contract.
mate.
He's under contract.
but
Not
listen,
going nowhere.
Let us know in the chat who's right, who's wrong.
It's just
Is
a
Trent
wind up,
staying?
man.
Is he
Come on,
going?
you
Before
can't
we get
handle-
into the actual preview, big up. Couple of stats. You know, I love my my Google stats, so not AGT stats. Again, I can show you the source. Look, Arsenal have won their last 2 Premier League home games against Liverpool. Last having a longer run between 2004 and 6 with 4 wins in a row. Liverpool haven't failed to score in any of the last 17 Premier League games of Arsenal. There was that 0-0 draw in August 2015. Horrible game that was. Arsenal are unbeaten in the last 4 Premier League games against Liverpool. When was the last time that happened? Taking more points from these 4 games than they had in their previous 14, where they won 1, drew 4 and lost 9. And after losing to Bournemouth, Arsenal face the prospect of losing back-to-back games in the Premier League and potentially be out of the title race, if you believe Paul Merson, for the first time since December 2023. But if Liverpool win this game, right, and we already know the facts are the facts that this is the best managerial start in the history of Liverpool Football Club. Round of applause, please, for Arnie Slot. You don't seem to be clapping.
He's not my manager, is he?
No, but
You should be clapping.
for the game to raise the profile.
Yeah,
It's
no,
brilliant, isn't it?
well done to him. He started well.
No clap.
Great start.
Disrespectful.
Not disrespecting. I'm not a Liverpool fan. It's been a great
So
start. by
anyway,
Arne Slot.
the quote is, it will be their second best ever start to a Premier League season after 9 games. Do you know the other time that was even better than that?
And it wasn't under Klopp because I remember.
Yeah,
he
of course
lost
it was
the game.
under Klopp. It was
Was
when we
it?
won the league, mate.
I thought he
First-
I thought you mean start as a manager. Start. He didn't
No,
win it.
no. In the Prem, in a season in the
Okay,
Prem.
'cause he
Yeah.
didn't win the league in his first season.
No,
did he?
definitely didn't, mate. And yeah, that was a great season. First 28 games, we won 27 and drew 1 before COVID, just to dispel any myths. Anyway, coming into this game, Calafiori potentially out, right? Didn't look good, that knee injury. Looked like he'd gone right over it on the wrong
looks like
kind
he'll
of
be out.
angle. It's a nasty one. Like, and you know, when it comes to injuries like that, there's no laughing about it or anything. That's, you know, when you wince when you see it happen, you think that could be a bad one. I hope it isn't for him.
I don't think he'll play.
Timber, what's the update there?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's not looking good at the moment. Looking very doubtful. Which
Is
will be a big
Arteta
miss.
keeping that one close to his chest a little
I
bit?
guess so. You know what I mean? You want to, you know, we've got till Sunday. So, you know, I mean, if you can get him back before then. But at the moment, nobody knows. It's not looking good, though.
Oh, dear. Saka?
There's a lot of talk that he should make it. But again, it's not 100%. You know what I mean? Muscle injury, you got to be careful. You know what I mean? If you go... You
Can't
know,
push him too
the thing
much.
is about this, right, is if you go rushing... I know it's Liverpool. I know it's a huge game. But if you go rushing players back and they get injured, I mean, we've got other huge games. After we play you guys, we now go away to Newcastle next week. And then the following week, we've got Chelsea. So those are big games as well. So I don't think he'll want to over-risk Saka, even though it is Liverpool, if there's a risk of, him picking up a long-term injury, because we've got a very tough series of games.
And that's the thing. Saka has played through the pain barrier quite a lot in his early career, and he stayed on when maybe he should have come off.
And then that injury picked up on...
And then Saliba's out.
Picked up on international duty.
Yeah, exactly.
Saliba, of course, he got that red card last week, so he's definitely out.
So if you're looking at that on paper as a Liverpool fan, or as an Arsenal fan, you're thinking... As an Arsenal fan, we're looking a bit light. Big players are missing, obviously. From a Liverpool perspective, obviously it goes without saying, that's a time to go and try and strike whilst the iron's hot, try and metaphorically kick the masthead down. We had a lot of injuries going into this game last season. You obviously did much better on the day and beat us. But I think this one, out of the last 3 times that we've gone to the Emirates, this is the one, because we've lost twice in a row, this is the one where I look at it and go, that's our chance. If we're going to go away and win at the Emirates to match the FA Cup away win last year, which you love talking about.
No, you love
let's
talking
get a
about.
Prem win at the Emirates, first time in 3 years. Sunday's the day to try and do it, isn't it?
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of injuries. There's a lot of players missing. Key players. Martin Odegaard's the other one as well. He won't be playing in that game. He's huge. But what I would say is that, we kind of cope with these injuries this season. All right, we got probably a bit more than we've ever had, but we went away to City without Odegaard. We're missing key players then. We went away to Tottenham, right? The Tottenham fans were rubbing their hands and saying this is our best opportunity to beat Arsenal. We didn't lose that game. We won that game. So, listen, we've got to cope with the injuries, right? We got a good squad. The worrying one is the, obviously the Saliba one. He's I think if Timber's fit, he just slots straight in there because he can play in that position very well as well. So, but if he's not fit, then it is an issue because, no Calafiori now as well. He's another guy who could have, he's a centre-back.
I've just been reading this. Funnily enough, you're talking about left-backs for Arsenal. Just been reading this.
Zinchenko,
be any solutions in here about how to stop Mo Salah.
Well, listen, he got the run around. He's had the run around. He's right, yeah.
Believe!
Yeah, well, he's had the run around against Salah before, but listen, he's a top player, and if it's Zinchenko who has to come in, it's Zinchenko who comes in. It's
Who
not
would
like
you prefer?
Listen, I'm not against Zinchenko coming in. If it's Zinchenko who comes in, I'm not against him coming in. Listen, he hasn't got the pace to match Salah. He finds it very Salah makes it difficult for anybody. Yeah. But we have to find a solution. Yeah. There's no point in crying about it. As I said, we've had injuries all season. We've had injuries. I don't think there's any game, probably apart from the first game of the season. And even then, we didn't have Rice. We didn't have Saka. There's no game this season, I think, that we've gone into with our full team.
Maybe, yeah.
And we've only lost one game. The only horror show was that game last week. And we were down to 10 men. I think it's more important to keep 10 men on the pitch. That's the key thing because every game that we've been down to 10 men is the games where we've dropped points. Well, we've had 11 on the pitch. We haven't actually lost a game with 11 on the pitch this season. So that's the first thing. Keep 11 men on the pitch. We're at home. The place is going to be raucous. They're going to be up for it. And the players that come in, let's say Saka is out. Jesus looked all right. In the first half the other night, I know he's Shakhtar. He was very, very good. And Jesus is a top player. He hasn't scored yet this season. But Jesus is a top player. Raheem Sterling might come in, think he's got a point to prove against his ex-team. You know what I mean? So it's not mugs that are going to be coming in if those guys are out. So, you could look at it and maybe even put Declan Rice in defence if need be. He's played there before. He could possibly play as a centre-back in that game if needs must. So we got a good squad. It's, a lot of people are not really giving us much of a chance because they feel that, Liverpool more or less full strength. Jota could be out, but more or less full strength. Alisson's out. But I wouldn't write off Arsenal, man. I'll tell you, we've not been, in general this season, we've only lost one game. I don't know. I don't get the whole meltdown
I
stuff,
don't believe
right?
there is one. It's only a meltdown because we work at DR Sports.
And by the way, a lot of the meltdown has even been with some of our own fans.
Yeah,
I'm not saying with even other fans. I'm saying a lot of it's been with our own fans because the margins are very, very small to win a league. We lost it by 2 points last year. You've lost it by a point before. You know what it's like,
Twice.
Right? But it's so early in the season. Even if we win this game, It's not a title decider. If we win this game, it's great. You know what I mean? We go to within a point of view. We get ourselves back on track, but there's still so long to go. We're not even a quarter of the way through the season yet. You know what I mean? We ain't even got Christmas yet. So we want to win the game. We're desperate to win this game. You know what I mean? It's always good to beat Liverpool, but you know, some people I think have just been getting a little bit too carried away, and you do get injuries in a season, and it's how you cope with them. It's how you cope with the injuries. And so far, we've coped with them very well.
There is a school of thought to say 3 red cards are disciplined, a bit emotional. Arteta's always out of his line, riling the opposition manager up sometimes. In the key moments that win you them leagues, that's the kind of thing that's let you down in the last
I don't think it's one to be an emotional thing. I think, yes, you could argue a discipline problem. You know, I think, you know, the first one,
that's
the
not
Declan
controlling
Rice,
your emotions.
The Declan Rice one, I still think that's a ridiculous one. The one with Trossard, all right, that, you know, he was stupid to do what he did, you know, in the end, kicking the ball away. He's a little bit unlucky with when the referee blew the whistle. And the one with Saliba, he has to go, you know what I mean? That's just like, you know, you can't, you know, he was poor by Trossard playing the ball back to him, and it was poor by him, you know, pulling back the player. Yeah. Players panic. I think I saw Virgil van Dijk do the same thing.
Well, listen.
Right, so it does happen.
Mate. Not for Liverpool.
Does happen. He did that for Holland.
Yeah, not for Liverpool, mate. Wrong colour.
And now you see what I said. This is why the fans for Holland get really annoyed with him. Like you said, he don't do that for Liverpool.
Shiny shites, as James Redmond said.
No, but if he's the best in the world, he wouldn't do that at any level.
Listen, you can only do and achieve what you can with your country with the other players that are around you, and he's not got the best squad ever.
Well, they're not. I wouldn't say he's playing with the poor. You know,
no, he's got a great squad in front of him.
It's not exactly, you know, playing for Norway or someone like that. So he's got some good players around him.
But Rob, before I let you go, because I know Cecil is warming up on the touchline. He's stretching.
What's with all this sub-in thing, man? Man's disrespecting us.
No, listen, that's it, mate. I've only got 2 mics. No, I'm joking. Score prediction then.
I'm going to go for, I think it's going to be a very close game. I think, listen, all jokes aside, right, it's just very evenly matched, 2 evenly matched sides, I think. Liverpool are, and I don't get the surprise. Well, on the one hand, I get the surprise in that, you know, Arne Slot's a new manager and he's, should I say, slotted in, you know what I mean, immediately.
Nice.
And he's done brilliantly. But let's not forget, Liverpool were challenging last year. Liverpool were challenging right up until about 5 games left. And they kind of fell away just because of that Palace defeat, the Everton defeat. So, and it's more or less the same players. It's a good side. It's very evenly matched. Very, very evenly matched. It's going to be a tight game. We've got injuries. But I still think we're going to get through. I'm going to go for 2-1 win to Arsenal.
2-1 win to the Arsenal, Robbie. Congratulations on everything.
Cheers.
Take care. It's time
Congratulations. The way you said that, congratulations, like you think we're going to win as well.
I said on everything, on your business, your new Sky News documentary that we were actually featured in. You know, working with me most weeks. So, well, every week, every single week.
All right, listen, we're going to make the sub now.
Yeah, we're going to make the sub from someone who thinks Arsenal will win to someone that thinks Arsenal will lose on Sunday.
Well, I mean, it's a kick.
I did see Trent in that club, though. That ain't a joke.
Yeah, the whole Twitter universe knew about you begging to get into
I didn't
a
beg
club.
to get into no club.
How many figures did you pay to get in the club?
It was light.
3.
It was light money. It was light money.
No, but light money for you.
No, it was.
That's what I mean. The people at home.
No,
light. 3 figures, lads.
No,
that could be £999.
It could be, but it weren't. But yeah, no. But and he refused to take photos that day. There's context, so he refused to take photos that day. Everyone else kind of did. Tchouameni was there. Obviously Mbappe and it looks dodge, but. They are mates.
Hang on, why are we starting off? No. We're going to stop this right now. No. Because I'm not having you come on my channel and narrate.
Set pace, come on, bro.
It doesn't work like that.
I've been warming up for 20 minutes.
Like
I'm warm.
You think Arsenal are going to lose?
Yeah, all right, okay. You want to start there?
Yes, on AFTV, you said Arsenal 0, Liverpool 1.
Correct, and that is my prediction. I mean, a lot of the times, we've done these previews a lot of times.
How many times have we sat around this table?
Quite a few, and I get excited. I say, this is it. I have a feeling.
This, though. This is the first time I think you've predicted yourself to lose.
Because, do you know what? And obviously I was with James and Turkish on the preview, and they kind of went with what Arteta said in his press conference, like, we'll be flying on Sunday. He promises we'll be flying on Sunday.
Where? Heathrow.
Well, he thinks the players should be flying, and they'll come out of the gates flying. But I just think, it can be naive because, again, last season, we won a bad run. I think we We drew 2 at your place.
Yeah.
And then we played West Ham and lost. We played Fulham and lost. Then we played...
Southampton?
No, we didn't play Southampton. Then we played you in the Cup and lost, the FA Cup.
Yeah. I might have trophied that.
When you said Robbie. Yeah. And then we played you again, but then we won. And then when we won, I think from there we kicked on from there. It was after the Dubai trip. So it was after the start of the new year. But like that could be this again. We was in a bad form before, saying we lost a game, we lost a few games. We lost to Bournemouth obviously last week. So this could be the kickstart into our season again. I know it's early on, but it can really kick. But I'm against that narrative because James was right. He said when we played you lot in the FA Cup, in the cup game, we dominated a lot of that game. We should have scored many goals. We brought your kids on and you ended up winning the game. But there was enough to see that Arsenal were good enough. They're still controlling games. Of late, yes, some we have won. I don't see enough control in those games. I think, especially at home, I actually am more fearful, not to say Anfield.
You've won every away game, haven't you?
Yeah, well, apart from the Bournemouth now, but yeah.
Obviously.
But we was on great form even into last season of winning games away. And I think we have a different impetus when we play away. We start strong. We always seem more resolute in defending. When we're at home, we're a bit more lax. So I'm nervous. And the people, the Arsenal fans that know me will say, Cecil always worries as a warrior, and I am. But like, there's not enough to show me. And I'm a fan of what Arne Slot's done at Liverpool.
Tell us.
You lot are Liverpool fans, innit? I mean, I did it on the preview.
We want to hear it from you, though.
Yeah, I said it on the preview.
These guys already know it at home.
I said it on the preview. I just said like, and I stand by it because listen, big shoes to fill. Klopp left for me. Basically, every time a big manager or big figure leaves at a club, the following person always normally struggles. That's not in the narrative. Arne Slot has not struggled. If anything, he's kicked on. The reason why I say he's kicked on because towards the end of last season, Robbie kind of mentioned it, you were falling away from games. And even when you was winning games last season, you was in the title race. I know that sounds like I'm taking the mick, but it's because you're winning games, but it wasn't pretty. There was always like, you can't sustain this.
It was 1-0 down, win 3-1.
Exactly.
Or get someone sent off.
Yeah. So for me, it wasn't sustainable. And then towards the back end of the season, you tailed off. So I was like, Klopp's getting out at the right time, but I feel like he's harsh because he's leading the next person down a bad path. However, Arne Slot's come in and everything's just, I don't know, it's hunky-dory. It's not less rock and roll football, it's more controlled. I watched you guys against Leipzig and I was like, let me see what I can get from this game. Where can I see the weaknesses? I'll be honest, you were good. You were bloody good.
Talking with Robbie about this earlier in terms of the depth. I mean, got the best number 2 around. And
Kelleher.
He's
good.
Bro.
He is good.
He's actually, and I said this on Instagram earlier, Queeveen Kelleher is the 3rd best goalkeeper we've had in the Premier League era after Alisson and Pepe Reina.
Okay.
But he's better than Dudek.
I was about to say Dudek as well.
He's better than Dudek.
He's
better than Mignolet. He's better than Westerveld. He's better than Mignolet. Karius. He's better than...
Dudek.
That's everyone, really. That's everyone.
Dudek has some sort of heritage for me when it comes to Liverpool. I just don't know what it is.
He only ever played well for us in finals, basically.
And says a lot, though. Yeah. But
no, it's good.
But Kelleher has stepped in and he seems comfortable.
Kelleher's won Champions League as well.
Fair.
So big him up, man. That's my guy, and he'll be in goal.
And he's getting the best. Like Gravenberch, I thought was dead and gone.
That's the shocker for me. How good he's been.
Nunes still needs to find. I mean, he stole Salah's goal. I mean, it was probably
take it. You need 5 or 10 of them a season. That's what I want my striker to be. Greedy. Haaland gets 10 of them a season, mate.
All the time.
He gets 10 of them a season. So for Nunes to have done that, I like that. It's probably going to hit the post anyway, Salah's one. I don't think it was necessarily going in.
No, we don't know. But for context, that's why if there's Arsenal fans that are watching or people watching that says, like, you shouldn't doubt your team. And I hear all that. But I haven't seen enough. I think, and also we're recording at the time, I haven't seen who's fit and available. I know you spoke to
press conference tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. So we don't really know.
I'm going to do a video tomorrow to see.
I think we are as well to do an injury update. But I don't really know who we got available. It could be really bad news or it could be okay. But right now, I don't have enough to stand strong and be that Cecil from old, like, don't worry, we'll bruck.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe. And normally when I predict we lose, we win. So, but I'm not confident. But hey, big up you, man.
Yeah, come on, G. 11 wins out of 12 so far. The best start of any Liverpool manager of all time. What's this?
I've got some stats. No, because
you got stats.
You read out the stat that I was going to read. I big up the start.
Wait, Avani?
Yeah, well, no, it's not even that. You would have got these as well. But Arsenal have have been shown the most red cards in Premier League this term, 3 in 8 games. Crazy, by the way. While the record for most dismissals after 9 matches of any single season in a competition is 4. Done twice. By who?
Liverpool. Can I tell you the seasons?
Bro, I didn't,
one was last year.
I didn't know, bro. Sorry,
bro. 4 and 8 last year.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, 2 against Spurs. Jones and Jota, they were both never Reds as well.
That was it.
They were both never Reds as well.
I saw
and the
dates,
McAllister one that got overturned, right? So he
yeah.
got sent off at home against Brentford or Forest or someone. That got overturned. And then the other one was Van Dijk away at Newcastle when he just cleans the ball out and gets a red card.
When it said last year, it said the dates. I said, brother, they did not do that last. What? Last year they got that many? But yeah, big up you, man.
Big up us, man. And then the other season, has it got it on there?
Yeah, it says 19.
I'm going to, hang on.
Go on.
98, 99? 99, 2000.
Yeah.
And one of them was against you, I think. Well, we got 2 at Highbury, McAllister and Hamann, I think. Got sent off. Anyway, lineup prediction for Liverpool. Alisson in, oh, Jesus. Kelleher in goal. Kelleher in goal. My Irish cousin there, my Irish brother.
In our Liverpool.
Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Diaz.
Midfield's not that strong there.
Nunez, Salah. It's been the best midfield in the league this season, mate.
Salah's. I'm stressed.
And then on the bench, we can bring on Gakpo.
Yeah, he played well.
We can bring on Curtis Jones. We can bring on Joe Gomez. Chiesa's out.
Hey,
Jota. We can bring on Jota.
He's been on good form.
He could do, but I think he's going to go with Gravenberch, to be honest.
No, it makes sense. He's also in good form.
So it is what it is.
I can't give you my predicted. Sorry, people, because it's a mess right now.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll know. But we'll know more tomorrow.
What's your score prediction?
Score prediction's 2-1 to Liverpool.
So everyone's gone 1 goal, innit?
I'll go 2-1 to Liverpool.
Robbie went 2-1 Arsenal.
We are doing fan cam, so you will see Cecil on the Kop TV outside the ground on Sunday.
I'll take that.
We'll do another video then. We've had Robbie, we've had Cecil. Who has performed better in the comments? Let's get the match ratings for each of these players in the comments out of 10. Cecil, thanks very much for coming on, man. You've been a worthy sub.
It's a pleasure.
You scored an equaliser in the last minute.
I'll take it.
But then Jota scores even later. And then
playing
you lose
tomorrow,
2-1.
so that's all I'm happy
But
about.
anyway, guys, big up. Make sure you smash the like button on this video. Go over and watch our chicken shop on AFTV. Well, my chicken shop challenge, which was horrendous, but watch it anyway. No, it was brilliant. It was one of the best chicken shop.
It was a good episode.
But I ate a lot of volcano sauce.
And get this man to 50,000 subscribers.
Come on,
what an achievement that would be. Please.
Please,
he put so much work into this channel.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Big up. Right, guys, we'll see you on Sunday. All the best. Take care.